Matt Anders, freelance writer, now a special investigator for the Federal Crime Commission. The death of Martin Kroll was no surprise. There'd been an underworld rumble that Frank Fenton and Benny Thor wanted to take over. It was evident that they'd succeeded, but like most gangland killings, it wasn't going to be easy. The break came quickly and unexpectedly. The afternoon following the killing, I had a call from the Commission Counsel, Walter Cronin. He gave me the address of a rooming house in the East 50s where I was to contact another agent.
Better get upstairs, Miss Wade. Leave it alone, Mr. Gordon.
Want it to ring all day?
Go ahead. If anything rings, I'll answer. You better go back into your room.
I think it was your house instead of mine.
Who is it?
Matt Anders, Bill.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
What's up?
We got an eyewitness to the Kroll killing.
Here in the house?
A girl named Alicia Navarre. She's a dancer. Police won't got her upstairs. Miss Wade?
Yeah,
Will you bring Miss Navarre down, please?
okay.
Better check the downstairs layout.
Yeah.
Two windows running on the side street.
You mean?
Yeah. All inside latches in working order. That's the kitchen in there.
Yeah. Not much yard, huh?
No. The only way into it's through the alley. Building the back's a warehouse. That stays closed. I nailed it.
Why doesn't Cronin keep her down to city jail? Put her in protected custody.
Those hoodlums have long arms, Matt. They might have friends inside. The ones we want in jail are Fenton and Thor. She won't be safe until we get them there.
Where'd you find this girl?
We didn't. She walked into Center Street Station about 3 hours ago. Picked Fenton and Thor out of the gallery.
Faster to show her a picture in the newspaper, wouldn't it?
Well, they wanted her to pick them out of a batch of similar descriptions.
3 hours. Took her long enough.
She saw a man shot down, Matt. She's young. She's scared.
Yeah, she's probably up all night wrestling with her conscience.
Sometimes it takes nerve to be a good citizen. No, come on in. Matt Anders, this is Ellen Wade, City Police.
Hello, Matt.
This is Alicia Navarre.
Hello, Mr. Anders.
Alicia.
Sit down, Alicia.
You got a gun, Miss Wade?
Mm.
Upstairs.
4 bedrooms off a dead-end hall, 2 on the right adjoining. We're sharing them, and you and Bill will split the left front.
We'll sleep in shifts, Matt.
And what about that 4th room?
Another roomer, Purcell?
Fred Purcell. He works a couple of blocks from here, counterman in a coffee shop.
I haven't met him yet. He works till midnight.
Look, mister. Can I come out of my cell now?
Sure, come ahead. Howard Gorman, he owns the house. I'd like you to meet Matt Anders, Mr. Gorman. He'll be staying here with us, too.
He's got to pay. You can't take over a man's house and not pay him for it.
Now, you'll be paid for everything as long.
Yeah, well, suppose you start off by paying for her. She owes me 3 weeks right now. I was going to put her out today.
I just said you'll be paid.
I think we'd better go upstairs. You know I haven't had a show, Mr. Gorman.
You ain't done nothing since you got here. 6 months.
Come on, Alicia.
Purcell could have got her a job waitressing. Oh, no. She's got to be this high and mighty dancer.
Bring any clean clothes with you?
Didn't have in for a long siege?
Well, it's Friday afternoon. We can't even get it before the grand jury till next week, and that's not going to do any good unless those hoods are caught.
I got to go out.
Mr. Gorman. Mr. Gorman.
What are you going out for, Mr. Gorman?
Because your friends have been into my icebox. That's what for.
That's all right, Mr. Gorman. I'll load up on groceries for all of us.
Well, I want to go out anyhow. I want to take a walk. Can't even open a window. You got no right to hold me in.
All right, give me your front door key. Now, don't talk to anybody you don't know, and be careful what you say. Okay.
About Alicia and the 4.
You'll find out when you get home. They won't even let you breathe.
Maybe I better find someplace else to stay for a while.
What are you afraid of? You ain't mixed up in it. They want to move me to a hotel.
Well, why don't you?
Because I want to see what happens. That's the best part of being old. You don't get scared anymore. May have a cup of coffee with you, Fred?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. Easy.
Miss Wade said to tell you the shower is free now.
Thanks.
Sure, go ahead. I pay for the hot water.
Kingman.
I don't want to play no more. Every time I turn my head, he moves.
What's you turn into, Bill? I'll take it tonight.
What time is it?
Around midnight.
I'm not very sleepy. Is it all right if I stay down for a while?
Sure.
Night.
And
Night, Bill.
Matt, somebody at the door.
That'd be Fred.
better stay inside.
Mr. Gorman. Save that for Sal,
Brave fellas, ain't you?
Well, we don't know.
You, Fred?
Yeah. My key won't work.
It's him, all right.
What's the matter with my key?
He put a bolt on the door.
You won't need that for a while. You have the police?
No, federal.
What you got in the bag? A couple of hamburgers for Alicia. I bring them home every night.
He thought it was a bomb.
And why don't you turn off the vinegar, Mr. Gorman?
What's that supposed to mean?
That's supposed to mean you're not so sour, you're fake. She's right in there. Go on, turn the lights on. Thank you. Okay, Bill.
Night.
Good night. I could hardly believe my ears. You didn't say a word.
Well, I was so upset I didn't know whether to tell anybody or what.
We watched the late movies on TV. She didn't say a word about anything.
Well, I guess I was scared stiff. I hardly noticed the show. I kept seeing it over and over again in my mind. The shooting, I mean.
Yeah, well, a thing like that can stick with you.
You ought to be in bed now, Fred. Mr. Anders wants to ask me some questions.
Yeah, sure. I was just calling. Good night. Good night, Mr. Anderson. Good night. Not a very nice way to treat a guy who brings you free hamburgers.
Oh, he's so old.
Oh, sure. He must be all 40.
Well, that's twice what I am.
Want some coffee to go with that?
Well, if you do, I'll make it.
Okay.
Well, that's all I've ever done. Just a couple of musicals at school and one thing that they put on at the Chamber of Commerce.
Are you any good?
Oh, I don't know. But how am I ever going to find out if nobody gives me a chance?
I'll come.
Well, if it doesn't, I'll have to go home.
Well, I guess it's work. Iowa.
How long have you lived here?
Oh, off and on, back and forth since I was a kid.
You know, a city can be a pretty lonely place for a girl. The only date I ever had was with Purcell, and he took me to the movies because he had some passes.
Hamburgers and movies.
Well, I eat a lot. Never seem to gain an ounce, though. Maybe that's because I'm healthy, do you suppose?
I suppose. No kidding. You never had another date? You just sit there and watch TV?
Well, not always. I go,
Where?
oh, all over. I ride on the subway, or I take a bus to the end of the line, and I get out and walk around. At least I get to see the city that way.
Oh, that's how you happen to be so far uptown the night Crow got killed.
Yes. Why are you here?
Just a precaution, like protective custody.
Or do you think those men might try to hurt me?
You are the only witness against him.
Well, but I identify the photographs of the police. If anything happened to me, they'd know right away who did it.
Sometimes everybody knows something, but it can't be proven. That's the way the Kroll case was until you came along. It's going to stay that way, too, till you go in court and identify them, personally and under oath. Don't worry, the police are looking for them. They'll find them. You better go up and get some sleep. Truck backfired. Scared?
No, not now. Matt, please don't let them kill me.
Good morning.
Morning.
How about a little breakfast?
It's finished.
Donnie's still shaving. Beat?
Yeah. Alicia awake?
Yeah, she's still dressing.
It's a shame, huh? You're getting mixed up in this thing.
It's great for us.
Yeah, but aside from that, living in this place, you think her family could help her a little.
How can they?
Man owns a supermarket.
Oh, come on. She tell you that?
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon over at the corner grocery store. She's a kid, Matt. A kid.
Yeah, but it's kind of a pointless look.
That's part of the game. We should have seen her as something special, something different than all this. Oh, come on, boy. It's the same thing that makes a stock clerk say the vice president when he's dating a new girl. You made a conquest. Well, I mean it. She only kept me up for a couple of hours talking about you.
Oh, what?
You like her?
Oh, yeah. Not so she's like a lost kitten.
Mm. Well, you're a rare creature, Mr. Anders. A single, good-looking male animal in the jungle.
Well, tell me something. Is it as lonely as she says it is?
Lonely?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell me something. Do you think I'm attractive? No, I mean, honest opinion. Well, I'm 27 and I'm not married. I want to be, and I got into police work to be their man. That's how tough the competition is. As a matter of fact, if I hadn't been a policewoman for so long, I just might make a pitch at you myself. No joke. I just stopped competing. I'm one of the boys. Anyway, if I did get married, I'd have to marry someone who would stay home and take care of the kids, and you're not my type. You should have enough space to bear a soul before breakfast. Come on, will you send Bill down and go to bed?
One of the boys, huh?
How'd it go last night?
No trouble staying awake.
Yeah. I'll take it tonight. Say,
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the coroner's report on Kroll yesterday? Yeah. Right after it was posted.
What's the time of death?
Between 11 and 11:30. It was in the newspapers.
How long you figure it'd take to get from Kroll's place down here on the subway?
Oh, between 35 and 40 minutes. If there's no waiting for a train, why?
Well, I just wondered. I'll see you later.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, boy, I wish we had more light in here.
It's such a mess. You know what I'm going to do when I get a job? I'm going to buy all new clothes.
Hey, ain't you going to work today, Fred? It's almost 3.
Wow.
Bill,
Yeah. I'll see you folks later.
It's a good thing I got one room where it works. Ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta. Oh, come on, don't mind him.
You better?
We got that monitor?
Yeah, automatic tracer on all incoming calls.
You want me to get it?
No, let her get it. Now, look, it might be one of those men you saw, so no matter what he says, keep talking. If we can trace the call, we get a lead on him.
hello? Yes, this is she. Oh, hello, Mr. Markham. Well, yes, I certainly do know you. It's Alex Markham, the booking agent. I've been trying to see you for months, Mr. Markham. Well, I do understand. Well, yes, I know. Isn't it frightening? You really think so? well, that's wonderful. Well, yes, I'd adore to. Yes, I will. Goodbye. He saw my picture in the paper and he's going to handle me. He says after the men are caught and the trial is over, I'll be able to get $500 a week on account of the publicity and everything. Happy for me?
Well, sure, if you are.
My green dress. That's the only thing I'll be able to wear when I see him. Could you help me with it?
Sure.
She's cute.
Yeah.
You want some food?
Yeah, I'll go out. I want to talk to Purcell anyway. Get my coat. You got the number at the coffee shop?
Gorman has.
Well, call Charlie over at the motor vehicle and tell him to call me there in about 10 minutes, okay?
I'm sorry, Mr. Andrews.
Well, let's get back to Thursday night.
Well, one thing like I told you. I never would have known anything happened.
She was in the house when you got home, huh?
Yeah, watching TV.
Did she say anything to you about having been out?
No. I buses and the trains like she said. Listen, is there something the matter?
Probably for me. I'm expecting a call. Hello? Yeah, Charlie. Now, look, do me a little favor, will you? I want to get a complete... And Kroll was driving Thursday night. Well, I need something doesn't show in the newspaper photograph. Well, the colors. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple hours will be fine. Okay, the police switchboard operator's got the number. Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot.
Want some more coffee, Matt?
No.
And talk to him.
No, I'll help you.
No, Bill can help. He's an old married man.
What's Matt so about?
Did your wife ever ask you the same thing?
Matt?
What time was Kroll killed, Alicia?
Oh, about 11 o'clock, a little after. I didn't think to look at my watch.
How close were you?
Well, I don't know.
You were close enough to identify Fenton and Thor.
Well, yes. Matt, I would have been over all of this for the police.
You want to go over it with me?
Do you have to keep bringing the picture back to my mind? Now, I saw something horrible, and it wakes me up at night. Can't you let me forget it?
You're going to have to remember it for the jury and the trial. Might as well start remembering it now.
All right, what do you want to know?
Everything you saw.
Well, I was walking. Large. And then this car went by.
Kroll's car.
Yes.
Did he see you?
Well, I don't know. There are lots of trees along the street. Elm trees.
I read it in the paper.
Well, the car went into a driveway a few houses past me. And the man got out. And there was a big hedge. And the two men came.
Police figured it that way too, Matt.
I know, I read it.
Well, they shot him and I saw it.
But they didn't see you.
Well, I ran behind one of the trees and then they went into another car and drove away.
Were they wearing top coats?
Yes.
What color?
Well, they were both dark. Blue or black, maybe.
They'll ditch anything they were wearing, Matt. Not that they know we have a witness.
There's one thing nobody's going to ditch. That's Kroll's car.
I'll answer it.
I think that's for me. Motor Vehicle Bureau. I'll take it, Mr. Gorman.
Go ahead, you've taken everything else.
Hello? Yeah, speaking. No, I just want the outside colors. Yeah, thanks a lot. And what color was Kroll's car, Alicia? It's not in the paper.
I think I'll go upstairs.
Answer me.
All right, I didn't see them. Is that what you want to know?
So we're going to go before the grand jury in court and swear to a lie for what you could get out of it.
Well, why shouldn't I? I'm tired of being a nobody. And anyway, what difference would it make? Everybody knows that they did it?
The law doesn't care about what everybody knows. The law cares about what somebody can prove. But do you think we've got courts and judges and juries? You realize your word alone could send 2 men to their deaths? Now, what if what everybody knows isn't true? What if they didn't kill Kroll?
Well, they've done other...
Yourself to sit in judgment. Huh? I hope the judge and jury you get are less prejudiced.
I get.
Sure, you've given false information and a capital offense. It's a felony.
Well, I guess we can pack up and go home.
No.
Why not?
Because maybe they did kill Kroll. And maybe they believe her story just like we did. So we've got to wait till she goes before the grand jury and tells the truth. And until then, she's entitled to the protection of the law, even if she doesn't think much of it. I'll be upstairs then.
I can only give it cold stuff, fellas.
Park the car on the street. I'll give you... Go on.
It's pretty nice homecoming.
Your blinds are supposed to be down.
No point to that anymore.
Now, mister.
Nothing to worry about. You're alive. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll tell him.
Took a lot of nerve jumping that man, Mr. Gorman.
No use being a coward at my age.
I gotta leave. I want to tell Bill's wife what happened.
Matt. Matt, please don't be angry with me.
I'm not angry. It's late for that, isn't it?
Well, they were the ones or they wouldn't have come.
Sure. They're dead because of what they did. But Bill and Purcell are dead because of what you said.
You don't care.